Hey, also 700 applications in almost. Still a lot of work, but I'm trying to stay positive, keeping on a positive tip. Um, that's all you can really do. So picking up some contract work here and there. But I have to build that up as I go. I just got to really do it. Of course, it doesn't come with any benefits or anything like that. It's just on the side hustle and just trying to build it up as much as I can. And that's all you can do. And I'm seeing some positive signs that some people are getting work in tech. It seems like it's things are starting to pick up. Inflation dropped a lot, a little bit, and I mean, no, I shouldn't say a lot. And then the Fed is gonna should be lowering rates, so that should be a boost to a lot of these startups that can't really hire or having trouble getting the finances. You hear about that a lot, where some offers sent out and then or they're looking into it and then it's canceled or they can't get the financing approved to hire you. So yeah, for myself, I was applying like crazy last couple weeks and then just trying to get somewhere that summer's wrapping up and kids are back in school. So I think some of those interviews are going to start happening again and you know get get some kind of offer going. But this a lot of this video is just kind of everybody that's going through unemployment right now, especially in tech, is dealing with this oversaturated market that's just making it almost impossible to find anything. It's like a lotto ticket right now. And yeah, I'm just juggling my finances like everybody else that's in the same situation. Uh, you burned through the severance already. There's no unemployment left. And so really now it's just trying to hustle as much as I can. I should have did that in the beginning, but I just blindly applying because I had issues before. I was trying to create a startup and wasn't applying as much, and I was out of work for a while, and then it just didn't scale it up right, and that was my fault. And then I did get a job, and then kind of stopped pursuing small business for myself. But now I'm kind of considering it again to get back out there and try to get another startup going or something like that. May as well try. But I'm just throwing some ideas in my head and just get a whiteboard and get going, do this contract stuff, and then hopefully maybe I'll land a job but then again, maybe I won't need it. Maybe the startup will take off, but it takes a while to ramp things up. If you ever try to start your own business, it's not instant. You gotta build it up slowly. You have great ideas, but you have to put it in paper, but you can't. It doesn't equate to money coming in. You're just getting a bunch of traffic and building up debt, but that's another story in itself. But yeah, it's positive signs that people are. It seems like they're getting jobs, but it's a lot of them the same cases where it's like the 500 application and then finally it works and they network somehow or they know somebody in the company. That's the way to go. Kind of with recruiters, it's just they throw things out there that you may not even be looking for contract, but they throw it out there that, and then you're send you some position that's way over your head, and then it's just a waste of time for everybody involved. But yeah, with the finances, dealing with all that, man, if you're like me, you burn through sevens, no unemployment left. Like I'm saying, number one, man, hustle from the beginning. You gotta just do some whatever you have to do. Deliver pizzas. You know, I don't really. A lot of this stuff isn't safe. That's why I'm kind of shying off of that. A lot of driving stuff depends what area you work in. I mean, what city or how safe the area is, or sometimes you never know they're going to send you to some downtown that's really unsafe part of area of downtown that you would never go yourself at night or anything like that. You would never venture there unless you're crazy or something. But yeah, try to stick to some local pizza delivery or something that you know the area. Yeah, to try to get some side hustle going, do contract work, start cutting your bills down to getting rid of all that other your Netflix world, your Hulu, your just get the bare basics. A lot of that stuff is free. You can for free you can watch a lot of the different streaming channels you can get, and they're almost as the same as a lot of the stuff out there. They have some pretty good movies that you don't realize and just get for free. But that's one way to do it. Just try to reduce your electric bill, lower your internet. See if you can cut your mobile bill down a little bit. And like if you're pursuing school, stay away from student loans for now. Don't, you can try to get a grant or anything like that where it's a lot easier. You don't really have to pay it back. You're close to finishing, and that may help you with your getting a new job. That's one way to do it. And yeah, just keep your costs down, hustle, and just try your best to avoid debt. Getting into that, I had some offer for student loans, and so I'm close to finishing my bachelor's, and just I was tempted at first. I kind of accepted, and then I went back and deselected. It says you can't go back and reapply later. It's like a window. You have like another year and a half, but it's better just take the grants or pay it yourself. Like never subsidized or unsubsidized loans if you're younger, or if you're just trying to finish up school to help you get a job. Just avoid student loans at all costs. I never used them going for computer science or anything like that, or I just always pay as I went and then worked full time and then just did the part-time school. But yeah, just these younger people that are just get into so much student loan debt, it's crazy. And I know that recently I think it was only the forgiveness is maybe 10 or 20K, and you can have $100,000 student loan, and well, maybe they'll forgive 20K of that, knock off 20K of the loan. But once you graduate all that, no matter what type of loan, I didn't know much about this, but it starts accruing right interest rate as you go. So once you graduate, or even sometime even before you graduate. But yeah, just avoid those at all costs. Avoid debt in general at all costs, especially when you're out of work, or even when you are working, just avoid it. But it's really tough to try to keep your head afloat if if you're like me, you have a mortgage payment, maybe you have kids, car payment and everything like that. I don't have any car payment, I'm glad there, but you still have crazy electric costs for being that it's in the summer or in the south here, or for the winter when that happens. But we get high electric bills here, and then they drop a ton during the winter, like in half. But yeah, it's the main thing is the mortgage, trying to keep paying the mortgage. Every time I pay, that's what's eating up my savings. It takes a chunk out every month, and then if you're not making anything, or if you're making some, it's still eating away at your savings. So I just got to fix that situation. Hopefully land a job. Hopefully something comes through. I had some recent interviews, but they weren't a fit. One was a fit. I mean, it was sort of a fit, but it was above what I used to do, so I just didn't go for it. Another one was 20K under what I made before, so That's the thing with tech now, that it's so oversaturated. A lot of these tech companies, they seem like they can underpay you, try to get you lowball for even some of the stuff that I was recently working. Even some people that landed jobs, or a lot of the jobs, I mean, they're posted really high. I mean, you want to go for those, yeah. I mean, I got interviews for a lot of them, and hope that you get through the interview process and you land that job. But it's such crazy competition, like remote, 95K or whatever. How, but and then you don't get it, and then you have no choice, and you almost have to settle for the 50, 60K job. I know some people that have gotten less than what they're making in the prior jobs. Like the longer you're out of work, and just everything compounds itself, and then they feel like they can get you for cheap because you're desperate. That's what they think. I mean, there's so many, but I just think the market is crazy oversaturated with like Gen Z. Everybody's getting computer science degrees, and everybody has a boot camp they went through. I never went through all that. I got the computer science degree, but the just learned JavaScript, CSS, and HTML back in the day, and then build things myself. There was no boot camp then, and it's just crazy how saturated everything is. And even if you have a boot camp, they just like you because you're young and got that CS degree. Well, more power to you, but I think if you do have that boot camp, you should at least try to. Hopefully, you're building things. I see a lot of younger people that are building apps that are really cool. That's you. You can't just take your CS degree and your boot camp and then just think you're gonna be an engineer and right off the bat, like you're gonna have to start entry level, but you got to at least try to create an app for yourself and website or stuff like that, and then show your talents. I think that's what I need to do again, and just that's what I'm trying to do with these websites and apps that I'm going to try to build again. I've already started, but I have the ideas. I just need to start doing it. Just the whole thing before, like the old school, oh, just apply before and just apply, and then eventually you're going to get something. And don't do anything else. Just apply, apply, and apply. And I went that route instead. And then instead of how I usually would do things, is try to build things and uh, create some websites and build them up. But for me, it's always easy to build things, but getting things to scale, and I got to learn to be better there. So that's what I'm going to try to do next. I got to build some startup or something like that. That's what they say, create your own job. But yeah, I know I can do it. And then after you're a certain age, that's what I always thought too. Like when you're 40, I noticed, and then you're 50, it gets even worse. I could even, if it gets to 55 and 60, you're like a unicorn at that stage. And I probably, when I get to that stage, I'm gonna wanna do my own thing and just ride off in the sunset and smell the roses and travel. I'm not gonna be people that can work, to their 70s, and more power to them if they're one of the unicorns that can do that. But at that age, it's really rare. You don't see that much at all. I've been in tech for like 20 years, and maybe one or two people I've seen, or a handful of people that have been at that age and just trying to make it through retirement to get maybe to 67 to try to get more. But man, the odds are, even making it to 62 when you're in tech is, I don't think it's possible. It's such a long shot. But they want young people, which I guess I don't blame them, but it is what it is. But we shall see. Hopefully, the job market it's picking up. I think it is, but I'm just trying to stay positive. But yeah, just if you're out of work, and just keep an eye on your finances and also your well-being, your mental state. Get some health insurance and your dental and all that stuff going, and just try to hustle the best you can. But yeah, if you like this video, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.